goes for the double, and it's sent wide. But a good play as the net's left vulnerable. RLCS can't get back in time. They overextended on that attack. And Metzinaris quickly makes them punished.
And that first touch from Metza was really what set him up for success. He just popped it up in the corner.
Remco loses that challenge, but Metzinaris gets back in time. Going for the shot. Crossbar down. Metzinaris gets his second.
One of the players who shot the least out of everybody in league play. And it just shows that it doesn't even matter how many shots. If you're hitting things like that.
I think he... Double tap by Remco. We talked about Alpha early on, but it's his teammates that are stepping up. Remco, a solo play double tap.
And the positioning for where he hit that first ball right above.
Just under a minute left, a pull shot.
What?
A pull shot, counter-attack goal. I think he got bumped by someone on Method.
We need to see this again.
It was Tadpole.
Oh my goodness.
Wasn't it? Who was that? I couldn't see it on the replay. No, it wasn't. It might have been RLCS.
All I saw was the orange nameplate. A long journey to say the least for Tadpole.
RLCS answering the call in game one off of the pass from Tadpole.
Speaking of Tadpole, look at the patience in the air, and that was probably one of the weirdest hits off the backboard.
That was a triple. We saw a triple touch goal from Burrito B. Now, he cuts off the defensive angle by the defender in the air and then gets the demo. And then he pinches it between the post and in.
Now this is how we wanted to see Method come back and respond to TSM's performance in game one. With shots like that, Burrito B, you cannot get...
Going for a double tap clear off the ceiling. Pushes it to the corner. Metzinaris gets a piece of the ball. Remco racing to it. He'll bounce this one in. TSM take the lead.
And everything stemmed from this challenge right here from Metzinaris against Tadpole. You need to find some kind of a better challenge if you're on the defensive side.
Tadpole towards net. Remco misses the read. Metzinaris gets dunked right in front of net. RLCS. A tough break for TSM. The defensive lapse.
And that dunk, RLCS read everything Metzinaris had to offer.
Big challenge. And it was right after Remco wasn't able to make that read. Now he snipes it right underneath the crossbar. Remco coming up clutch for TSM.
This time he didn't even try to set himself up. He just went for the early shot. A little bit of almost a pinch off the ground. That's how fast. So he's not completely
double tap
absent. It's just we aren't seeing the shots we're used to, but that's great. And now another setup for Metzinaris. Peeked off of Remco with that pinch challenge.
And this is exactly what Metzinaris did for Remco.
Yeah.
Remco wins a challenge that bounces off the ceiling, and Metza with the pre-flip to get there in time. To it in time. Metzinaris breaking up the passing play by Method in the midfield. Alpha misreads it off the back wall, and Method equalize.
A huge mistake on the defensive end. Alpha is just a backboard hit. He was too far in, and at that point, it did bounce out really far. Maybe it would have been better.
Just didn't get the right angle on it.
And it was a tough positioned pass, that spot off the top.
And Alpha gets on the board for the first time in the series right after that misread, making amends. And he was just, what on earth?
What? Tadpole
pinballed around. You know, sway in their favor.
Yeah. I mean, Method, I've really enjoyed watching them transition, but here's Alpha off the backboard. Where was the defense to get the clear?
Take another look. RLCS goes for the attempt, and Burrito B was just
on the backboard.
A little bit slow.
And that's unfortunate.
And the boost in the corner. One back towards net. Metzinaris has to keep it out. Center. Burrito B back to RLCS. That is what you expect from RLCS type players. There's RLCS type plays, and this was one of them.
Oh my, that is one of the most beautiful give and goes you can possibly create.
Now it's down to Remco. Remco skips it into the net, ties it up for TSM.
And the instant response from Alpha in the corner. Look at that first touch, the way he kept it so close. Burrito B didn't even expect it. Alpha, if it wasn't that close, he wouldn't have been able to get them. They had the same opportunity just not as close.
Remco can't get there off the corner, and Tadpole secures game 5 for Method.
The one mistake, we haven't seen this at all from TSM. Remco, he needed the boost. Instead of going up the wall, he chose the boost.
Corner, Rix Ronde keeps it close, flicks it past Alpha. Alpha can just hit it back to Remco, but immediately punished. Method keep the attack going.
And they do it again by abusing this corner. Remco, it's another mistake from him. A poor hit, couldn't keep possession and control of the ball.
Shot from Alpha. And he gets it by Remco off the ceiling.
He's got his flip.
Rix Ronde! Unreal! Rix Ronde off the ceiling, gets help from his teammate to clear the goal line, air dribbles, then flicks it in towards net. Hit off to the side, center back to Rix Ronde. Alpha cuts off the play. Metza gets to it quickly and puts a spear into the heart of the net. TSM within 1.
And now they're following that trend of a quick, speedy counterattack off of Alpha, just beating out the opponent and the defensive side. And so far, it's been working. But how long against a Method who is just, popping off with passes like this? Tadpole straight down to Rix Ronde, the shooter from Method.
Tadpole staying in the air, showing us his assisting chops. That kind of play, that's what put him at the top.
Rix Ronde is the one to make a difference and make a stand.
And then the delay play. Such smart positioning. You could see Alpha was frozen here by Burrito B.
What?
And he just fakes it, lets Rix Ronde come through.
That was beautiful.
And finish it off
for them. And an explosive counterattack. That's it.
And speaking of counterattacks, even Method is winning on that side of the field.
And Tadpole, that setup again.
Ooh.
He's so good at finding another hit in the air. That we've seen it multiple times this series.
He'll have 1 game left to do it.
And game 7 comes around the corner. You need to be better, but there he is. I guess he just heard you completely. He's listening to the stream, James. He knew.
I mean, they're still going to lose the game, but look at this shot. That was a thing of beauty. That is the potential. Alpha first to it. Burrito B off the ceiling. Metzanaris.
It's open.
Off the crossbar. He makes the read. And Metzanaris with a huge goal for TSM.
And Rix Ronde and Tadpole, they bumped each other. If you just saw it in the replay, they made contact. Tadpole almost got the clutch double tap. They still trail by 1.
Remco with the shot on the other end. From defense to offense, Remco does it all in game 7.
And he's the player who found that mistake in the corner.
Fend off the comeback from Method and win in game 7.
Oh my goodness, that was incredible. I mean, Method, so many great chances. They fought so hard, almost coming back after TSM found match point 3-1. A lot of great shots on net from Team Singularity and yet Complexity. They found a save at the backboard, but here's Noli. He finds one off the pass from Tho, and finally they put one in.
And it was from a poor clear from Flakes.
And
Flakes hit that right into the center, and it's a tough situation for Magnus.
So far, I mean, it's really just been back and forth. Magnus, that's a poor hit. He needed to get something better. And we didn't expect this at all. Magnus on the defensive end just failed to find any connection.
Magnus, you could tell what he was trying to do. He was trying to deny the backboard hit. Centers it. Flakes over to the corner. Tho is ready to cut the play off. Gets boost. Bouncing out in front of net. Cleaned up by Noli. That's his 3rd of the series.
And the aggression from Tho here to react, recover off the corner, and force such weird challenges on Complexity's end.
Goes across net, Greasy up off the ceiling. Magnus beat to the ball. Ball bounces in. Noli gets another one. He has scored everything for Singularity.
And they've actually been relatively passive. Singularity, Noli was far back there, Greasy tried to get some kind of a clear. It really just
The backboard will send it to Magnus, who gets a good clear. Greasy down to Flakes. The play getting put together. Magnus with the shot and Complexity on the board.
There it is, the pass from Flakes, from Greasy. Everybody involved, forcing a mistake. This is fundamental Rocket League, and they've done it. They've fixed the curse.
It's Greasy tapping it up.
20 seconds.
Goes for the shot.
Flakes
drops it down on the goal line. Magnus with the touch, and Complexity tie the game.
All it took was one goal to get things started. Flakes, what a good job of stopping that ball on the crossbar, forcing it down for Magnus, for somebody to switch this momentum up. Complexity. Oh, Magnus with a fake. Does he have the dribble?
The dunk! Magnus with the hat trick. The dunk. 8 seconds left. Complexity in a position to steal game 3.
The desk called out Magnus, and what does he do?
And now this series is getting interesting. Seemed like it was going to be a 3-0 start, and though I didn't think this shot had enough pepper on it to get by.
Somehow he wrapped around it with his car, timing his flip, and it's just a precision. If he hit it anywhere else on the net, it would have been safe.
Godsmilla can't get to that ball. Flakes, there's a weapon for you. Flakes tying it up for Complexity.
And what an opening found from Greasy Meister off the double commit. Both of them landing in the same spot. Greasy just completely sniped out Flakes.
And give them opportunities to put one in.
It seems like Complexity is really woken up. And just like that,
backward pass right to Flakes.
Greasy repeats what we just saw about 10 seconds ago.
And the miss from Tho. Greasy put that off the backboard with authority. Flakes gets demoed. Godsmilla will take his time.
Look at that space. He's got to get the flick.
He got the flick indeed. Overzero talked about the patience, and this time it's on full display. Godsmilla flicking it past the entirety of Complexity's defense.
Beat somebody in the air.
And that play worked out. That is who you want taking the dribble shot, is Flakes. But 7 seconds in, Singularity get one early.
And here's Tho off the bounce and the kickoff. A bit of a fake from Godzilla. Completely had a Complexity looking to make a save.
The ceiling, Greasy there with the shot. Double commit.
Everybody in net.
Airborne. Where's
Flakes.
the cleanup? It's Flakes zooming in. You could tell that Singularity was vulnerable. They were scrambling as soon as that double commit happened. And then another double commit. And Flakes, one of the easier goals for him. Magnus has to kick it in reverse. And another save, but it was too much.
How did Magnus get these back-to-back saves, though, after Noli just hammered one in? Even with the follow-up, a great recovery from Magnus. The effort was there, but Tho, he crashed the net.
Down to the lower bracket where they will face Method, and they will have to win just to stay alive. Flakes off the pass from Magnus. Complexity strike first.
Look at the read from Flakes. This is so difficult off the crossbar. He pre-jumped so that he would have the best possible angle if he couldn't get.
Was the one in those game 5s that really knew how to make an impact. And
there it is.
See it, Tho puts the first goal in for Singularity.
But look at
brilliant
this pass,
effort from Noli.
the flip reset. That, oh my goodness, that is crazy.
Beautiful.
Noli, the way he moved his car in the air right there.
Hits to himself.
What's he gonna do? Flip reset.
Flip reset. Pass out to Flakes. Magnus says, I see your flip reset backboard pass. I raise you one of my own.
Oh my gosh, the response. Literally the exact same thing.
Hungry for that ball to get down below the crossbar. Greasy. It's going to bounce off the wall. A miss.
Big miss.
Double tap from Noli after 2 misses from Complexity on defense.
And Noli follows it through with the wave dash. Look at the way he kept his momentum to get to the ball fast. And thankfully for him, it bounced off that backboard.
They're playing keep away from Complexity. Complexity gets
there it is
on, and Tho with a massive insurance goal for Singularity, now a 2-goal lead.
And it's off the mistouch from Flakes getting dunked on by Tho. It was just a read.
And Flakes is gonna pop this up midfield. Very dangerous challenge. Burrito B has boost in the tank, looking for the double tap, and he finds it.
Burrito B starts the series off with a bang midway through game 1 when he used all of the about 70 or 80 boost he had when he went up the weekend. But there's one that's maybe an even bigger indictment of Complexity's season, and it has nothing to do with Flakes as he scores 10 seconds in.
How many times are you gonna let him do this? He catches the ball, gets over all 3 Method defenders, and just like that, Complexity take the lead.
The last second.
Good wave dash by Burrito B to get to that ball.
Rix Ronde with the effort of Burrito B, a wave dash and then the demo to go with it.
Good heads up play, turns off ball cam, sets his sights on a defender, and lets his teammate know the net is gonna be wide open.
Tadpole banks one out. It'll be played by Magnus. Greasy Meister coming on, and he finally scores!
Finally comes in clutch for his team in overtime. Tadpole puts this ball to the corner. Magnus was cheating up so far that he's there for the pass, and game 2.
Cut it off at midfield. Rix Ronde give this a turn, and it's going to be Burrito B's shot, almost finding the mark. Rix Ronde does connect.
Perfect pass from Burrito B rather, coming out of the corner. He was looking for the net, but it bounces inside, back towards the box, and Rix Ronde, the right place.
Chances at the net for either side, but it is a 1-goal lead right now for Method. Maybe not for long. Waterfall down right to Flakes.
Flakes pushing the box to look for defenders, but the ball just falls right into his lap. Good hit from Greasy Meister, but better read coming out from Flakes.
That's cleared by Rix Ronde only as far as Magnus. He has enough to follow this play up. Got around another. Got a piece of Burrito B as well.
Feathering the boost all the way through the play. Makes the defenders respect the double tap. He gets the touch and takes the defender out of net. Complexity go up 1 in the series. Starting to warm up a little bit here.
It'll be Tadpole to send one out to the corner, and he lands on that boost, but it won't matter. Flakes off the turnover at halftime.
If you blink, you miss the pass, and the whole Method team blinked right here and allowed Flakes to shoot this right on target. Turtling up, just playing parallel on that goal line, but here comes Flakes. Good dunk there. Here comes Magnus to put the shot on target, and Complexity get the go-ahead goal.
Right on point. We use kind of caster speak for, man, this is kind of a nothing happening game, and all of a sudden somebody scores. It is Magnus, and he'll use that boost to challenge, but Burrito B's gone over him. Burrito B against Magnus, and an easy clear.
There it is, there it is.
Tadpole with his first goal. Better late than never.
Couldn't have come at a better time. This Method team just wore down Complexity, stole their boost, made them get out of position, and the net got wide open. Tadpole.
For Complexity, though, that backflip from Greasy could prove to be problematic.
1-2-1.
Now Flake, oh, he scores it on the 1-2 play with Magnus.
You bring your teammate down the field with you, and this is exactly what's gonna happen. Flakes to Magnus, Magnus back to Flakes, and ball game.
Target, and a team effort by TSM to boom it downfield.
Oh, infield pass perfectly placed. Metzonaris with the double tap, and TSM showing you why they're deadly.
Great play set up by Remco as he just gets it over to Metza, and that miss by Godsmilla proves fatal. Metzonaris scores the first.
Looking for the pass, but no way Alpha's gonna let you just see it through.
Metzonaris and Alpha. It'll be Alpha who takes over, and boy is he ever the Alpha.
Good catch here in the corner and just keeps it on top of his hood and carries it all the way through the net. Alpha with his first goal of the series. You're not making TSM have to think at all. It's just pure mechanics coming through from TSM. And speaking of mechanics, Metzonaris putting him on display.
There's only been one assist because players like Metzonaris are freakishly good at their best. drops that down.
Denying every single double touch attempt that's coming through.
Good pass this time from Godsmilla to Noli. Finally an infield pass and a blistering shot.
We were all waiting for it, and Godsmilla waits at the perfect time and feeds Noli just past midfield. And there it is, the first.
The accuracy not quite on point, and now Noli's going to be looking for Remco. Got a piece of him, and he'll score.
Didn't have the boost to carry the ball all the way to the net, so just go upside down and look for Remco. Takes him out of the picture, just bodies him up. Man, those are fun to watch.
Sweeps it away.
Beautiful pass to the top of the box, but no one available from TSM, though on target and puts it in. Singularity up by 3.
Just a loose ball downfield, a little bit of chaos. TSM thought for sure they had a goal and could not recover. That ball looked like it had eyes on it.
From Noli over to Alpha, easily turned away, and Alpha's gonna look for a carry here. Godsmilla there for the challenge, but the demo comes through. The net opens up and Remco fires.
Well, Remco was scoring left and right in the series earlier on. He gets the cleanup job here after the demo by Alpha. And TSM, though, will drop this to the corner for Noli. Noli to Tho, but intercepted by Metsanoris. Alpha now, does he have a second? Oh, you bet he does!
And just like that, we're within 1, Stacks. The pass coming out from Metsanoris, but the double tap just so pretty from Alpha. He goes left and a cross-body shot.
Tie up the series now. They have Alpha to contend with, and they have contended with him rather easily. And that pass will find Tho. It takes 16 seconds.
Just a little nudge pass going towards the top of the box. Gets Alpha out of the equation. The net's wide open. Team Singularity start game 4 with a bang.
Noli waiting for someone to play the ball towards him. Instead, Tho comes in. Doesn't have a second touch. That goes over Godsmilla. What a quick counterattack. Lightning fast as Metsanoris ties the game.
Beautiful redirect all the way downfield, but the pass from Alpha right on point. And just like that, TSM back alive.
Drop down for Metsanoris, and Tho is in the way. Remco can't adjust to the ball coming off the side. Nobody's back, and Tho rolls it home.
Good comms here from Team Singularity to let Tho know net's wide open. Just launch it down the field. And just like that, Team Singularity go up by 1.
Up and around, it will be Metsanoris and Alpha both going after this ball. Nobody's at the net, and Godsmilla will dish it home.
Pulls off the dish out of the corner. Good steal here to take this ball from TSM. Gathers up that boost and just uses the side roll to put the ball on net.
Bunches late in games, including last game, they almost erased a 3-0 deficit, but this will not help. Intercepted by Noli, finished by Tho.
The pass coming off is just a sight to behold. Comes down, and this team has figured out midfield control and, more importantly, infield passing. Worked in their favor.
Godsmilla out of the corner, has Tho coming on. One more touch. He's got it right between the eyes.
Rookie coming out when this team needs him the most. Good pass from Godsmilla, and Remco just left spinning around in net. The double tap coming from Tho.
Tried to steal the corner. Instead, it's Alpha. Alpha around Noli. Remco running interference. Blow him up and go right through.
By 1 and just let your teammate take out the other. Alpha by Noli there, and a good heads-up play from his teammate Remco. TSM.
Metsanoris with nothing left in the tank. He will get a fortuitous middle boost spawn, and that leads to a shot that finds the net.
Good play here coming out from Remco. Just so willing to pass the ball to his teammate, goes right over Noli's head, and TSM take the lead. TSM's half, but Alpha with the ball, look out.
Godsmilla, or Alpha out of the corner, This goes through, ricochets all around. Metsanoris credited with a huge goal for TSM.
Who turned on the bouncy ball mutator? This thing just back and forth, and Metsanoris just
play their way into yet another season of RLCS. Noli's got other plans, and he bullies his way through.
Holy Noli over the entire TSM defense. He gets over Metza, who just made a mistake there, and the momentum behind the ball forces it.
Godsmilla just puts one up in the air. Remco goes flying right by it, and that is your ball game.
That's an exclamation mark put on this game by Godsmilla. Good heads up play to just kill time, and then when he baited out the defense, he makes them pay. Godsmilla all the way downfield and off the glass, but Noli there for the follow-up, unable to shoot it, and though puts it in for Team Singularity.
And take a look at Metzanorris. You're not going to see him here because he's already on his way back, but he was waiting to see what Alpha was going to do. So he was like he was stuck in the mud at midfield, and Singularity capitalizes on one little bout of hesitation after TSM had punished them all series long, and then Metzanorris makes up for it immediately.
What a read here with the waterfall to himself. Metza following through and doesn't even touch the ground. TSM
coming in with 45 seconds left. Alpha, he is up, looking to drop one down. Metzanorris, may have played hero.
Metzanorris coming in clutch, but Alpha puts this ball on a dime for him.
And there are some players waiting for the loser of this match.
That is a pass down. Greasy got in front of it. Godsmilla jumped a little too quick. Greasy with a chance, and he puts one in. He does what he couldn't do the first time they matched up. In game one, he gets a goal right out of the gate.
And it was this challenge from Godsmilla. He just overreacted a little bit, got up too early.
A little bit of the same thing. Not a ton of high-paced gameplay yet. This one dropped down right in front of net, and Noli, he has been clutch all day for Singularity, gets this equalizer.
And Godsmilla, he's the clutch player as well. Look at that dunk. He just made up for every mistake he just made previously.
The backboard, Godsmilla stops it, and Tho hits it to the corner. Double tap, it's bouncing off crossbar, post on the goal line, and Tho is there and puts it in.
But look at that pass as well, the clear from Godsmilla to set up Tho. This is just great
and he got the bump on Greasy as well.
What a follow-up from Tho. What a save.
Tried to blast that far post, and now it's back towards net. Greasy couldn't get back in time. What on earth happened here?
The simple counterattack from Tho, the bad touch from Flakes. I mean, everything falls on that hit. The last man back, because the rotation from Greasy is a little bit.
Flakes shoots it right into him.
That reaction off the wall from Tho, barely managed to get it, but now a double touch opportunity. Back and forth, there's the finish. Flakes just about to compliment Tho on the insane recovery, but the pressure just kept mounting.
And Magnus potentially hinting at a double tap, but it was much better left for Flakes that Singularity is putting on. Greasy can't get there. That one's gonna go off the crossbar, off the post and in. Greasy must have been on empty.
Always a precision shooter, Tho. You just have something else in your genes to hit these shots, man. He is always a situation where they can kind of starve out Singularity, force a change in play style. But here's Godsmilla off a follow-up from Tho, the little air dribble, and it sets up Godsmilla perfectly. Look at that individual touch to keep it close to him.
Tho even cuts off, who was it, Godsmilla or Noli there? He cuts him, I think it was Godsmilla. Last game was 1-0. We've seen a lot of 1-0 score lines. And
there it is.
Greasy gets the equalizer after the double commit.
And I'm surprised because this double commit, this was a great chance for Flakes to get a banger of a shot.
Triple commit.
And it's a triple commit on defense off of a double commit.
The corner, Noli makes the read, and his shot blocked, follow-up by Tho. That one off the crossbar on the goal line is cleared out by Greasy. Another attempt. What? Godsmilla with his second.
I thought Magnus was gonna find another save. He just got it. Godsmilla, the cleanup man on this team.
Will attempt to clear it downfield. It's right to Flakes. Flakes, first touch control, going for one mind game. Fixed by another, gets by the whole team. Flakes does it again.
The second time we've seen him with breaking axles and dribbles like this from the Merc. Flakes just has such great.
Noli goes for another challenge, back to Tho. Tho shot, gets by Flakes. Singularity tie it up with less than a minute left to go.
And Noli just broke down the defense with that backflip, almost to keep the ball closer to him. That decision.
Godsmilla.
Both these teams just taking shot after shot off the backboard. They're missing. Magnus gets the dribble.
Oh,
Now
the
it's an
ball!
open net. And Magnus seals it. They're still in it.
Complexity is not out just yet. Greasy clears the goal line, and Magnus escorts. And what is a long journey?
Oh no, that's a good second step as well. Magnus off the kickoff. That's not looking good for Team Singularity.
Magnus with a perfect win on kickoff, launches it right back in, 2 seconds up. Oh, Noli did his best to get that ball on target. Godsmilla does one better and puts it in.
And now this is just turning into a shootout. Noli almost with the double tap off the backboard. Greasy kind of panicked a little bit because Tho was really trailing him down for a demo. He had to get a flick out.
Greasy is there. Light touch.
Good turn from Tho.
And that one off the post. Tho punishes yet again. You wonder if Greasy rushed this touch as well.
Pay attention to Tho though, that instant turn. He saw Flakes take his time a little bit and knew he couldn't get to the ball right away. So he turns. Communication.
Off the side wall. Dribble control, infield pass. Flakes up for the second touch, drops it down and in. Incredible play from Flakes.
And look at the speed at how he got up, and then Magnus catching the ball under it. This was such an outstanding play from Complexity. Flakes, he was so quick. Oh, the miss.
Back. And another save. How
double?
long can it last? Godsmilla!
Oh. We see it again. Just shot after shot. Look at the rotations from Team Singularity. Godsmilla off the backboard. He sets himself up. And this is a repeat.
Crossbar almost getting the Cookster pinch.
Oh, that's not a good hit.
And the score from Greasy, all resulting from the pressure of that Cookster pinch.
Nobody expected that pinch, and now they're forced to scramble, make a save. Noli can't get the hit off the backboard. Complexity.
Right there, ready and waiting. Flakes will leave it for Magnus. Magnus too slow, and Godsmilla! The corners are not safe. Do not give this man a chance, because he will make you pay.
This is his series. Godsmilla has been on point.